With all the issues on top of voters' minds, the crisis on the border, crime, inflation, your Vice President Kamala Harris is about to hold a roundtable highlighting the importance of marijuana sentencing reform at the White House. And among the guests, rapper Fat Joe, which, Tommy, I think the older folks knew. But apparently they're trying to appeal to young voters. Is that the way to do it? And is that the right priority for her to hold?
Well, I think this week things have become very apparent that Kamala Harris cannot address certain issues like the border, but she can address two things that seem to be Democrat Disneyland, which is abortion and weed. And that is what the Democrat Party thinks of their voters. They think those are the issues that are going to get you out, abortion and weed. Unfortunately, they might not be wrong. And it might be a winning strategy for the Democrats. If they can play on those two issues, it gets people out to vote that might otherwise stay home. Weed and abortion. Sad reality, but it might be true.
And never mind the hypocrisy that she prosecuted almost 3,000 people for marijuana infractions when she was district attorney of San Francisco. No one's talking about that.
Emily, I'm going to have to quote Fat Joe here and say, what's love have to do with it?
That is my favorite song of his. That is a great song.
No, listen, I've never done drugs in my life, right? And I was a prosecutor as well. It's a different world out there. And, you know, all these dozens of states have medical marijuana or marijuana. It's legalized now. So we have to address this as a nation. But Donald Trump did this, too. He had Kim Kardashian talk about bail reform and some other things. And obviously they're trying to, make a strong push. And there's a lot of folks, even in the Freedom Caucus in the House, that are pushing, like people like Scott Perry, that are saying we should legalize this and have a same standard, a federal standard, which it isn't right now.
Many things can be important, but there's a priorities that many people think that this vice president and the president are missing. To his point, yes, sentencing reform is important, but is it more important than the pain Americans are feeling right now with inflation and crime?
Well, and to that point about legalizing marijuana, I mean, there's a Democratic Congresswoman, Gail Brewer is her name, here in New York City, just put out a report this morning about what these illegal pot shops, what they have done to the neighborhoods, about crime, because these are cash businesses, and the break-ins, the gang activity, and potential fentanyl exposure, all of that happening with legal weed, which it's not. Look, these states are now, especially Colorado, look what you're seeing with impaired driving in Colorado. So it's not just as simple like, let's just expunge the records of everybody that I prosecuted when I was San Francisco DA. That's one issue. It's also what it's doing to the states that have already legalized it, and it's not good. It's not good at all.
And Kaylee, let's throw up some polls that will sort of illustrate or maybe elucidate how young voters feel about this presidency, right? So 61% disapprove. This is voters under 30 of the president. We can throw them up on the screen here. The list goes on. And so the question is, as Tommy said, is the way to get them back, is it just simply through weed and visiting abortion clinics?
Well, I think it's part of it. I do. Look, and Patrick, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I surmise that Kamala Harris's role, it's finally crystallized in my mind. She is, in this campaign, the attack dog to win back progressives. I really think that's the case, and young people in particular. It's why she's out on college campuses. Yesterday, she went to an abortion clinic, first vice president ever to do so. The president hasn't even done that. And in my view, that's not necessarily a play for suburban women because it goes beyond the point of suburban women. It's a play for young people. This marijuana, it's a play for young people. Her position on Gaza, it's a play for young people. I think she's the far left attack dog. I think they see a mutiny among progressives in their poll numbers. She's the progressive attack dog, and she's the one to bring young people home. That's their plan.
I would say, I would disagree with you. It is about suburban moms, and it is about reproductive freedom.
But that's not her role. I think Biden's role is to bring in the suburban moms. Her role is attack dog.
And listen, I'm a proud Democrat, but I think you could say after the Dobbs decision, Democrats have won 2022. There was no red wave because of that. There was special elections, Wisconsin, Virginia, and I think...
Yes, but the majority of voters want some sort of line.
No, I agree.
And going to an abortion clinic appears as if you're celebrating that.
And
I think most Americans are for reproductive freedom, whether you're personally for it or not.
With a line.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.